And we are live. What's good, Josh and man? DL saying how y'all feeling out there? What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, yo. Um, yeah, man. I had to jump on. I normally go on later in the day, but I just didn't want to wait, man. I wanted to talk about this Takashi 6ix9ine thing, bro. I just wanted to talk about this, man. So yeah, looks like he got caught up, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna talk about this a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's just it's just one of those things, man. It was a head shaker, bro. It's a head shaker. It's yeah. I mean, for Takashi, and this is no disrespect, but Takashi, man.
You big dummy.
I mean, don't be going out, man, by yourself, bro. Don't be going out by yourself. And I don't mean no shade by that. That's with love, bro. That's with love. Takashi, you gotta be careful, man. There's people out there to wish you harm, man. You got to be careful. So we gonna get into. We gonna talk a little bit. Sister Candace, what's good, love? How you feeling? Always a pleasure to see you. Oh boy, what happened now? Yo, Takashi got beat up. He got beat up. I mean, the headlines are sensational. They talk about this vicious beating and Takashi took and this and that. We can't show what actually happened to him. But here's a short. We'll play this. Here's a short that someone put out there. This was moments after the altercation, and it was multiple guys. Allegedly, there was more than one guy. I think it was three guys. This was in the bathroom of a LA Fitness in Miami. So yeah, let's check this out.
Bro, I'm a fan, bro. Yo, I'm a fan. I'm just saying, bro. I'm a fan, bro. I know, but y'all niggas tell me, you guys. I know. I ain't jumpy, bro. I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, they just jump 6ix9ine, bro. Yo, homie, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a fan, bro. Yo, I'm a fan. I'm just saying, bro. I'm a fan, bro. I know, but y'all niggas tell me, you guys. I know. I'm not.
No, it is right there. There it is right there. It's like y'all jumped me. He got, he got roughed up. He did. He got roughed up. You know what I mean? Brother Helka's in the house. What's good, fam? Takashi got roughed up. So yeah, Sister Candace like, ouch. Yeah, he got beat up. Now there's plenty of videos out there that shows the guys actually putting hands on him. I'm not gonna show it. I believe it goes against TOS, but he certainly got touched. And again, this happened in a gym in Miami, LA Fitness. I belong to LA Fitness at Sporta. And I mean, there's a lot to it, right? There's mechanics involved. We're gonna talk about the mechanics and all that, but he got touched, yo. And Takashi, I've actually met the guy, you know what I mean? I've never sat down and actually talked to him. I wasn't in an environment to actually talk to him. And this was almost 2 years ago. This was in Miami, kicking it. I was with people who was with people that was with him. So we're all in the same section and all that. It's in the club, is everything. But dude had security. That night he had security. So it was like he had a team, his own personal team. It was a handful of guys. And these weren't just he went and got some dudes he knew from the hood or whatever. These were pros. Like, these are guys. I'm looking at these dudes. A couple of these guys were military trained. You could tell. You know what I mean? The other guys were like MMA guys. You could tell. You know what I mean? You just look at them and tell. You get trained fighters. You know what I mean? Warriors. We're in Florida. I'm assuming the military dudes were probably armed. So it was his team around him, a handful of guys, and then we were in the nightclub. So the nightclub security was there, and they were heavy, and they were really paying attention to the section. And I'm talking about the nightclub security. So you got the guys who, the bouncers and security doing their thing, and like I said, Takashi, he was, a cool young guy. He was just doing his thing. He's drip, got all the drip on and everything. He's pouring people drinks. He's having a good time. He was toned down. He wasn't like the crazy out of pocket Takashi that everybody sees on TV or whatnot. He was real calm, chilling. right? I mean, you know, like I said, we in the section. I didn't want to be next to him because like, I know his history and I know where we are. Like that's one of the things. Again, my generation, man, like, my eyes are up. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, if I'm rolling with certain folks and I know their history, bro, I'm expecting it. So, you know what I mean? I got myself situated where I can see. You know what I mean? And even that night in that spot, there was a dude, the security rushed out the club because he was trying to get into the section. He kept trying. He wanted to get next to Tekashi. You could see it in his eyes, like, okay, here go one right here. This dude means him harm. Like the club bouncers got dude. It wasn't, he didn't even get close to the inner circle. It was the club bouncers that got this guy. You know what I mean? And he was gone. Like I was sat there and watched it unfold. And dude, before he can even get close to the section, I mean, you know, he was a few steps away from like the outer ring of the section. Security walked up on him, man, snatched him up out of there, bro. It was quick. It was quick. And it was funny because they snatched him and then the crowd just kind of filled in where dude was. And you know, they rushed dude up out the spot. That's their job. You know what I mean? And in that sense, the venue security, they weren't more they were really taking care of their venue. They weren't necessarily worried about Tekashi. Why? Because he had his own team. So they got the guy out of there. But Tekashi had security that night. You know what I mean? So allegedly the guys who did this, the men who beat him up, and again, he wasn't viciously attacked. There's, you know, you're seeing the headlines and you watch the video, and some people are like, oh my God, that's vicious. Nah, you can't attach vicious if the person who was beat is up and walking. Y'all saw in the clip, he's talking to these dudes. Nah, y'all might be my friends, but nah, y'all jump me, this and that. Y'all talking. He talking clearly. He, you know what I mean? He's just saying what he's saying. You feel me? So that's not a vicious beating. Again, we like I think I said it last night. YouTube has brought so many bubbles together that would never ever touch. And you got people from certain worlds who will see this like, oh my goodness, because I see bodily fluids. This is bad. Nah, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. When you get viciously beat, you're not walking away from it. Someone has to come pick you up, put you on a stretcher, roll you into an waiting ambulance, and take you to get help. You know what I mean? You normally a vicious attack, you sleep. You sleep first blow. If you don't see them coming, first blow, man, you sleep. And they gonna continue doing what they're doing while you unconscious, bro. You know what I mean? You're gonna wake up in the hospital with tubes and all that stuff running through you. Like, what? Where am I? That's vicious. Vicious is when, you know what I mean, you sleep for 6 months and then you wake up. Like, whoa, what happened? You know what I mean? Like those type of beatings. I've seen people get beat and the doctors will have to induce a coma so their brain can heal. Those are vicious beatings. And I'm not advocating for that. I don't think that anyone should go through that. That's horrible. That's not what happened here. So there's I did find a clip from I think it was Whack 100 was speaking on this. Let me find this clip. And you know, Whack's a real dude. You know what I mean? Definitely made OG status. You know, like Whack 100 is doing this thing. Oops, it's the wrong one. Hit the wrong button. So let me pull this up and you guys can check this out. And shout out to The Answer. That's the YouTube channel where I saw this. Please go over, like, and subscribe over there on Old Boy's channel. But yeah, check out what Whack had to say about all this before we get into it. Sister Candace, I have an entire home gym in my basement. No need for Tekashi to be out and visible like this. Exactly. Wherever he's living in Miami has a gym. You know what I mean? Go work out in your gym. Your building is secure. Go work out in your gym. Right? Or, you know, take it the next step and get what you need and put it inside the unit, the condo, the house with you. You're absolutely right. You shouldn't be going out. If you are this visible, if you know people are looking for you. That's a great point, sis. Great point. And I did find your comments. I did respond to them. I hope you saw that. I found your comments. It took me, I don't know why I didn't see those the first time. I had to go back and hunt. I had to actually go onto your page and find all your comments and like, oh, here it is. And I subscribe, by the way. I know you don't do videos, but I subscribe. It's like I'm the first subscriber. We're gonna talk into doing videos, and I can be like, I was the day one. I was the day one. So absolute number one, day one. So let's check this out, yo. We're gonna listen to what Wack had to say about this encounter.
No security, we wide open. I've been telling him, I'm like, bro, y'all not looking for dude, bro. But I kept telling him, I'm like, bro, y'all not looking for dude. Dude be wide open everywhere, chilling. He got too comfortable. I've been telling him, you need a body or two with you.
So Wack is 100. He's saying he's too wide open, man. Y'all ain't looking for dude. He's right. Tekashi's moving in Miami like it ain't nothing, bro. Like I said, I was with him. He had security that night because everybody went out. But you can see Tekashi moving around Miami. There's video of him at the World Baseball Games or whatever that is. He's there at the stadium. There's just chilling. There's there's pictures of him out shopping, just out and about. He got comfortable. That's what Wack is talking about.
10,000 a month, they'd be happy to run around with you. That ain't nothing. What's that? 20, that's 240. That's half of one show for your safety. It's worth it. Mm-hmm. If you'd had two, wouldn't even know what happened.
Real talk. And Wack's talking about, hey, if you someone like Tekashi, man, get 2 bodyguards to stay with you. $10,000 a month. They move with you all the time. $240,000 a year. And he's saying that's nothing for this guy. He knows the numbers. Like, that's half of one show. All right, cool. That's it. I do a show that pays for my security. Half of that show pays for my security for the year. Yeah, why not do that? You got to protect yourself.
Yeah, they probably broke his ribs though. That's how his nose and mouth got. But dude kicked him in the face. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be real. Listen, I'm gonna be real. If me and a homie go to work on you, you're not walking out. You're not walking out, bro.
You hear what Wack is saying? That's what I'm talking about. If grown men who are hardened by the streets, grown men who are in that world, if they catch you slipping somewhere, yeah, bro, and they have time to deal with you, like there's no one coming to save you, yeah, bro, you're not walking out of that situation, man. You're not. You're not walking out. Maybe you can crawl out if you regain consciousness, but you ain't walking out of that. You know what I mean? I've seen dudes get in situations where they couldn't even eat solid food, bro. They had to eat through a straw. Like I said, they woke up with tubes coming out their body. Like, what happened? Not even knowing. That's not a vicious beating. What happened to Rodney King? Go back and watch the video. That was a vicious beating. And after the verdict, when the LA riot sparked off, and it was a truck driver, I forget the name of the truck driver, who got snatched out of his truck and beat down. That was a vicious beating. Like, those are vicious. You feel me? That's what it looks like. What happened to Tekashi? Man, somebody just beat him up.
So the fact that he walked out, they got him. When he walked out, they got him. But I hope that ain't the dude that did it that posted it. I hope he ain't that stupid. I hope that ain't the dude that did it as the tag. Is that him?
Now they're talking about the posting and who might be behind this. And the internet is pointing to this guy. And there's mad pictures of the guy out there. And this dude, has done time before. And Wack is going to talk about it. And, allegedly this guy belongs to the Latin Kings. You know what I mean? Which is the Latin Kings, they've been around a long time. They got a lot of respect in the streets. And that's going to tie to some other things as well. In my opinion, we'll talk about that here when we wrap it up. But check this out. Listen to what Wack has to say.
He really did? He really?
Nah, it's a something called Say Cheese on Instagram.
Nah, it's
Say
a
Cheese
tag on there. Bullet Guzman.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, let's find out, because he sure said take a picture.
@Bullet_Guzman, Guz.
Bullet Guzman, and everyone's pulling it up. If you want to pull it up, go ahead. I'm not going to really put anything in here. It's out there. If you go on YouTube, just type in 6ix9ine here, and you're going to see this guy. You know what I mean? The guy has prison pics. The guy is massive. You know what I mean? Apparently, the guy works out at this gym. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of references. You know what I mean? It's like even DJ Academics, who's been talking about this, was like, asking a lot of questions like, what does this mean? ADR? And it's like, Emojis of Kings. I'm like, bro, that's Latin King talk right there. ADR. Amor del Rey, that's Latin King talk. It's like, it's no different than hearing Blood or hearing Cuz. You know what I mean? It's no different than hearing folk. You know what I mean? Now you into legit gang stuff. You into that whole culture. And 6ix9ine committed to that world. You know what I mean? To pump up his rap career, to make the money. He made the money. And of course, it led to attempts on his life. It led to him turning state's evidence, being a witness. You know what I mean? Getting people locked up. He accepted all that. You don't get to walk away from it. You know what I mean? You just don't get to walk away from it, man. Like they're going to come for you. I mean, that's just how it is. And it's not just the people that you dealt with or the people you wronged. It's going to be everybody from that world. Going to be, they see you coming, they're going to holler at you. Now, this thing that happened in this gym, to me, it seems like it was just an opportunity that presented itself, and these dudes did what they did inside this gym. But could be is to post it and all this kind of stuff is definitely going to have consequences. So let's continue to listen to what Wack says about this.
Yeah, man. Let's see. I know he ain't did stuff like that. CUZMAN. Let's see if this is. Oh, I know. I hope that ain't him.
What? He gonna get the bragging and acting like there wasn't nothing, and now you know how this hoe do, man.
Hey, bro, I don't know where you come from, bro, but you can't act like when it's right there. Like,
Right.
That's a fact.
See the video.
Is right there. Ain't no. Hey, bro. See, this what y'all better realize. See, that's what y'all do. Ain't no brushing nothing off that you're looking at, bro. It's no brushing nothing off.
Right in your face.
You got the visuals. Like, there's no switching it around.
Y'all
like, that's the
ones
visuals.
Entertain that type of shit. See, that's what I get, Wop. I knock. They be like, oh, man, you know, he knocked him out, but he didn't knock him out worse than the other dude.
Right. yeah.
They all, nigga, ain't no brushing up. You looking at
man.
It's right there. Like, there's no brushing nothing off. Dude is going, bro, listen, bro. Listen, dude that posted it, I went on his page. He just come home 2 years ago. He just walked off 8. You still on paper.
And this is what Wack is talking about right now, man. Like, you post something like this, ain't no getting around it. You can't, your own video committing a crime, ain't no getting around it for anybody. Add to that, he said this guy just came home, which means this dude just got out of prison. This dude just got out of prison 2 years ago. That's what he's talking about, 2 years ago. Which means you still on papers. What does that mean? You're on probation. You're on probation. You still have time to do if you violate your parole. Beating up somebody in a gym, right, or anywhere, committing a felony is a violation of said parole. You got to go back and finish whatever time you had left on that. Plus, you got to deal with the new case, right? And this is what people don't understand. And I don't get it, but let's continue.
Are you okay, dude?
Right.
You ain't supposed to be. That is a crime. You're not supposed to post a crime. DA, that's open and shut. And not only that, what's even worse is that with the camera got the other on blast. He ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
We'll know
Did
who
you
he
see
is by tomorrow?
Hey, but did y'all see that mirror in the distance? The reflection showed the two other dudes.
Do it?
Zoom in, yeah.
Now they're talking about a mirror, and they're talking about, and here in a second, someone's going to say, no, that wasn't a mirror, that was the doorway. And then the guy was like, oh, so they're witnesses. Yes, they're witnesses. I believe the witnesses were employees of the gym, along with other people who are in the gym, right? So, okay, but there, if you go back and watch the video, if it's still up somewhere on the internet, there was a mirror there. Tekashi was getting beat, and he managed to position himself under the sinks, trying to get away from these guys. That's probably why he was catching the kicks, but he was still getting hit. But he was under the sinks, and of course, in all bathrooms you have the sinks, and then you have the mirrors right there. So there is a mirror there, because the guys who are, you know, swinging on him or whatever, they're looking down and kind of look up a little bit, look down, but that mirror right there, you're gonna catch the reflection. But yeah, let's continue.
Look at this.
There's a mirror at the other end of the bathroom. Check it out. Look at it again.
No, that's not a mirror. That's a doorway.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Oh,
just
then
they
that's
just
witnesses.
yeah,
Oh, so
they
they
just standing there
witnesses.
watching.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a reflection. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no, you good.
Oh, well, they got witnesses too. They ain't even closed the door.
Nope, they was just standing around watching.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
they
my
was watching.
God. Oh man.
They was.
So if you're gonna do something like this, right? If you're gonna plan something out, you're gonna commit some sort of crime in a public bathroom, right? Okay, hopefully there are no cameras in there. It looks like there were no cameras in the bathroom. The only way we got the footage is the people who did it filmed it on their phones. Dumb. But if you're gonna do something like that, you gotta have somebody at the door turning people away. Like, hold on, get back. You know what I mean? So you letting people walk right in and have a look at what's going on. Again, I don't think this was planned at all. Sister Candace is right, sloppy. I don't think this was planned at all. It was just, Tekashi was a target of opportunity. And these guys they made a move. And allegedly he was also robbed. Maybe he had on some chains or whatever, or may had some, I don't know, credit cards on him, whatever. But allegedly he was robbed as well.
That's even worse.
Hey, if they catch him, you think 6ix9ine gonna press charges? That's for the flow.
He ain't got to. But what's crazy is their visual and dude tagging just made it easy. It's open and shut. Hey, bro, right now, this is why the world is dangerous, bro. Playing games. Bro, that man looked like he just did 8 years straight.
Probably more than that.
Why would you tag and do you not understand what that carries? Look, what he wrote, because you a rat and whoop, not in our hood. You did that for the betterment of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crime because he's an informant and he's a documented federal informant. So now you attacked an informant for the betterment of the game. Minimum 10 years enhancement. 10.
Right. You're saying you attacked an informant for the benefit of the gang. You get that gang enhancement. It's like getting one of those civil rights. Like you violate someone's civil rights, you get that enhancement. You know what I mean? Wack know what he's talking about. Like I said, I haven't touched them bubbles in decades. I've been so far removed from that world, but I know people who move in that world. So, we sit down and we chop it up every now and then. I haven't talked to anyone about this, not yet. You know what I mean? But he's right. Not only did you assault someone, right, while you're on parole, but you assaulted, you committed a felony against a government witness. You know what I mean? They're gonna tag that on there. That's mad more time. That's all federal. Right? That because you went after that's federal, that part of it. But then he's gonna also talk about the state stuff. So listen, check it out.
10 year minimum. That's a 10 to 20 by itself. Feds. Now you got the assault and battery. If his ribs is broke or his teeth is knocked out and end of the jaw, you got to break the great bodily injury. Right? They're gonna run you bow-legged with the state. The state gonna pick that up, and then the feds gonna pick up the crime. Bro, the tagging and posting, that's crazy.
So what y'all think, man?
And that's just keeping it 100, bro. These people are out here doing these things, acting this way. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense for clout. This is what we're doing for clout. You got some guy like, they go to Tekashi, I'm gonna beat him up. I'm a known gang banger. I have affiliations with this known gang. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie to you, the Latin Kings, man, especially on the East Coast and down south, man, they out here. They out here. They keep it. If all of the gang bangers I've encountered in my life, the Latin Kings are the ones who sit back and they really think stuff through. They move in a way it's hard to see them. Like you don't really know what you're looking at unless you know what you're looking for. They keep it low key, but when they come for you, they come for you. Now, I don't think that the Latin Kings sanctioned this sort of thing. Like, hey, I want y'all to go do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was like a green light on 6ix9ine. Brother Roman's in the house. What's good, fam? What's up with you, bro? Yeah, 6ix9ine still government property. Yeah, he is. He's still an informant. They are responsible for his protection. So that's gonna be part of it. But the Latin Kings aren't loud like that. At least it's been my experience. They're not loud like that. They don't move like that. So I don't really believe that this was something that they sat back and like, hey, y'all catch this dude, do this, that, and the third. I don't believe that, first of all, because this was so sloppy. Secondly, because they really didn't hurt him. You know, I know people thinking like, oh, they might have, broke his nose, maybe he lost some teeth, maybe, broken ribs or whatever. That's nothing close to what they're capable of doing. Right. And if they really wanted to get you, like if they want to get someone like Tekashi and he in here, that's just a text. Right. You're the guy. Here's the thing, like you go into a gym, anyone who's going to the gym, they'll tell you this. You gotta check in, right? Normally with a barcode, most gyms do it with your phone. You have to check in, right? You scan the card, boom, you're on camera. You got to show your face to the camera when you're scanning in, boom. The computer tracks who's in there. There are multiple cameras in the gym, so they can see everybody's in there. Okay, so let's say there's no cameras in the restroom. Okay, fine. There are no cameras in the restroom. Okay, cool. But they see who goes in and they see who comes out, and there's a time hack on there. So what am I saying? That there's no way that if you're involved in this crime inside the gym, that they're not going to pin it on you. They're going to tie you to it. They're going to tie you to it. You know what I mean? I get it. It's like, well, circumstantial evidence. Now you got people who witnessed stuff, people who heard stuff. Someone's going to say, yeah, that guy, and that guy went into the bathroom after Tekashi went into the bathroom. When Tekashi came out, he was beat up and he was saying that they beat me up. And it's on film. Y'all committed the crime and y'all filmed it. You committed, right? You're beating him with your fist. That's a felony. It's not like they were in there smacking him about. You smack him around, maybe take the misdemeanor. But if you on papers, it don't matter. So they did this. So I don't think the Kings sanctioned this thing. Tekashi 6'9" is like 5'6", bro. He's a little dude. He's a little dude. It doesn't take a lot to inflict the kind of, any kind of real damage on him. So if an organization wants you, you know what I mean, and they see you in a spot like, okay, dude just came up in here. Oh, okay, Tekashi in here. You on the phone. You make a quick call. You can speak in code if you want to. Hey, yo, man, dude up in the piece. Hang up. You know what I mean? Like, law enforcement might say, well, this is code for he's here. Your attorney could argue that for you. You make a phone call. You can send a text, same thing, in code or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's on LA Fitness address, like, pin your location. It's on. And your people know what it is, because if y'all looking for somebody, y'all know, okay. Then your people sit outside in the parking lot and they wait. Right? You're going to pull up and you pull in the parking lot and like, is Tekashi still here? And there's a rainbow colored Lamborghini SUV sitting there. Like, yeah, he probably is. I'm pretty sure that's his vehicle. They going to sit there and wait. Dude come out. Got you. And the dudes who do, they can do whatever they want to do. Yeah, it's going to be video cameras outside, but it doesn't matter, man. They can do what they're going to do, especially if they're just going to put hands on you. They can come up and do their damage and jump and whip and be gone. They're wearing masks and everything else, right? Still, beer bug time. You can wear a mask and police don't even think twice about it. It's spring break down there too. So law enforcement is on call to do other stuff dealing with spring breakers. So I don't think the gang had anything to do with it. I just think that these dudes happen to be in that set and they was putting up their, doing their talk, saying they stuff, and that's bad. You know what I mean? That's like Wack was talking about, like, bro, you posting all this, bro, it's a problem. And there's news out there that one of the guys involved in this assault have already been caught and arraigned. Again, you can find all that if you look it up on just, type in the keywords on YouTube. It comes right up. You can see one of the dudes, you know what I mean, already caught. Now, I'm pretty sure he won't tell on his partners like the two other dudes involved, but it's cameras on them too. And the one guy, and the guy that they caught is not the bullet dude, the bullet Guzman. They looking for him, not looking for him, but internet already has him pegged, and he's already been on the internet saying that wasn't me, I wasn't involved. What else is he going to say? You know what I mean? That's the guy that just got out. That's the guy that Wack was talking about. You know what I mean? That's the guy that just finished just get out 2 years ago. I guess he did an 8-year bid, just got out 2 years ago. If he's involved, and here's the thing, even if he's associated with the guys who were involved, I think that could be a parole violation. You know what I mean? You got to watch how you move as a parolee. Like, and I've never been on parole. I've never been on papers, but I know people who have. You got to move way different. Way different. You know what I mean? It's easy to violate that parole. And they can snatch you up and put you right back in. You know, so but this could have been way worse, y'all. Way worse. Like if they really wanted him, you know how they get down. Like Miami, I mean, shoot, just last weekend they had to enforce a curfew because the spring breakers were out of pocket. People getting bodied on Ocean Boulevard, right there on the streets. They got a guy that just got arraigned for deleting some guy he didn't even know. Emptied a whole clip into the man. Man was walking with his woman. The dude just, you know what I mean? That was just one incident. There was another incident over. I think they had 2 or 3 incidents over a weekend. You know, people just out of pocket. So this Tekashi thing could have been way worse, man. And it's a bad look for the Latin Kings. Because dude, like putting all that stuff is out there, man. It's all kind of Latin King references and this and that. It's a bad look for the Kings. Not that, you know, the Latin Kings don't care about tightening somebody up, but the thing is, they didn't really tighten him up. So, like, if you're gonna come out and do something, it's like that's all y'all did. That's how y'all moving. You know what I mean? So whoever the Latin Kings, whoever they ops are, gonna be talking mad craziness to the Kings. So this could lead to something else. Like this can lead to the Kings saying, all right, now we're gonna have to go out there and show these people what we really do, which is horrible. This is a bad thing for everybody. Everybody. And all this is over clout. That's what it boils down to. All of it's over clout. You know what I mean? That's crazy, brother Hayoka. It's the DA to bring charges, not the person. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the DA will definitely bring charges. I mean, you know, they can go tell these people to come on in. Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Brother Romy, new investigations on the way. Yeah, man, this is going to be an open and shut. Like, just like Wax said, man, this is an easy one. This is an easy one. You know what I mean? It's an easy one. And if these dudes didn't have any records or anything like that, you know, it's battery, it's assault, it's battery or whatever. They're going to hit you what you're going to get hit with, but it wouldn't be, you know, if you don't have a record, it wouldn't be too terrible. But when you add the gang affiliations to it and the fact that Tekashi is a federal witness, I mean, something this small could lead to a RICO, y'all. Believe it or not. If the government really wanted to come at you, let's say it's someone within the Latin Kings organization that they really want at the state or federal level. Like, we really want to get this guy. Let's go ahead and turn this into a RICO and like try to get this guy. Trust me, they'll try it. You know what I mean? But you know, it all boils down to who's going to talk, who's not going to talk. You know what I mean? I don't think any of the guys involved in this, you know, altercation will talk. They already posted it. You know what I mean? They already told themselves, like, man, it's just, we're going to do this time. Just go ahead and knock this time out. It doesn't make sense to talk at this point. You shouldn't have did it. It was stupid. And if you're going to do it, get him outside, bro. Like, you don't do it inside. It's dumb. That's just no way to argue that out. I mean, all your attorney is going to do is come in here and entertain pleas. Like, okay, well, what do y'all got to offer, Mr. DA? You know what I mean? They're going to be like, this. We're going to offer this much time or whatever. But the DA is probably not even going to want to offer anything. Like, we could take this to court. You know what I mean? So, man, it's crazy. Wonderful 34s in the house. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you, man. We over here talking about Tekashi getting beat up at the gym. You know what I mean? Brother Hayoka, they may not have to have been involved. I mean, if you're there, like if something like that goes down, let's say it's one person that's actually doing the assault and you got another person who is watching the door, like I was talking about, maybe you got somebody over there, and you got somebody filming. Yeah, they could charge all three of y'all with the felony battery and this and that. You know what I mean? You don't have to be kicking and punching. There's so many ways that the prosecution can do what they're gonna do, but you're not talking about a whole lot of time for a person with no record. But like what Wack is talking about, you got a guy who just got out of the pen a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and you involved, bro. Like, it's a wrap. It's gang affiliated. You going after a guy who is a federal witness. You going after that dude? And look, that is bad. They're gonna throw all kind of stuff at you, bro. Like you said, that's 10 to 25 years just on the Fed case, just going after him, just going after Tekashi. That's, you know, you could be looking at 10 to 25 years just for that. And then there's the assault. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they tagging on for those types of assaults, but You know what I mean? It could be like 8 to 12. You know what I mean? Be something like that. 6 to 9 or something like that. You know what I mean? Not trying to make a pun, but I'm just saying there's time involved with that. You have priors. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And don't let them find some evidence in your phone that you've been texting somebody saying, yo, dude, be coming up here next time I see him, I'm gonna split him. That shows premeditation. Man, look, this could be, is it worth it? Oh, we put our hands on Tekashi. Now I'm sitting down for 12 years. Is it worth it? And like I said, you really didn't do anything to him. He got up and walked away. He was talking to you. Man, I hope the Latin Kings just let it ride. Like, man, whatever. We didn't sanction that. That wasn't us. That was dude working on his own. I hope that's how it goes. I hope no one goes out there and presses them and try to talk crazy about their organization. Because I'm here to tell you, them boys don't play. All these organized organizations, these organized criminal organizations, man, these gangs, bro, these dudes, when they want to get down, they get down. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping they'll keep it internal. Maybe they'll talk to dude. Like when he get back inside, they'll talk to dude. Like, you know, maybe they'll discipline him accordingly. Like, I mean, that's you made the game look bad or whatever. But this is a lesson for Tekashi, right? This is a lesson for the young guys out there. Tekashi's a young kid too, man. He's in his 20s, man. This is a lesson for all you young cats out here, man. You out here clout chasing and whatnot. You know what I mean? Understand what you're doing and move accordingly. Tekashi should never leave his house without some form of protection. He can't be armed because he's a felon. You know what I mean? So you have to have people with you that are armed and are legally licensed to carry firearms. You got to pay for that. Like Wax said, bro, it's going to cost you $10,000 a dude. You're looking at, you know what I mean, $240,000 a year for your security. And they go with you just like the mafia. The Godfather walks out with his security. You got to do that. You young dudes out here making these prank videos, you know, like we talked about this yesterday. The guy that went out there and tested Mano and got choked up. There's people out here, man, they ain't playing. They really about this life. Tekashi was never about this life. This was simply a way to get his music out there, and it worked for him. It worked. It made him a millionaire. He's a multimillionaire. I don't know where he is now with it, but successful guy. But like I say, man, all money ain't good money. And if you move like that, you have to make sure that you take the proper precautions. All you young dudes out here looking for cheat codes, man, you're doing these crazy videos, running out here telling guys to pull their pants up, right? You run up on dudes, pull your pants up, running around here mean mugging guys, talking about what's up and getting beat up and be like, oh, or hitting on dudes, women as like a prank. And you don't know who you're dealing with, bro. You might catch them on the right day. And they just gonna air you out. And they don't care if you got a camera. There was a teenage hitman in Philly, I think it was. This guy was vicious, bro. This young kid, man, vicious. I want to say, I don't even think he was in his 20s. He might have been like in his late teens, early 20s. There's a video out there on the internet somewhere where he walks up on this comedian, young stand-up comedian who's just trying to make his way. This hitman runs up on this stand-up comedian. The comedian is like, I'm on live right now. Dude didn't care, man. He dumped on him. He deleted him right there on his live. There's people out there who move like that, bro. They don't care. Cameras, so what? I'm here to see you. Y'all need to understand that. There's people out here who don't care. And then you moving around in Miami, there's people in Miami who in the country illegally, man. They'll do what they want to do. Like in Texas, you know what I mean? All the border states, you like places like Cali. There's mad dudes out there that don't care, bro. They up here chilling. You do something, they delete you, go back to their country of origin, man. They gone. I wasn't even there. They'll say it. I wasn't there. Prove that I was in America. That wasn't me. Right? You know what I mean? Y'all ain't stamp my documents. I got a passport. I wasn't in America. I got a visa. I wasn't in America. These guys don't care. There's Americans that don't care. So these young dudes are out here, man, they think everything's a game, man. It's not, man. Some of these people, there's people out here that don't play, bro. They just don't play, brother. Hey, okay. You notice everywhere you look, there is a camera looking back. Yeah, everywhere you go is a camera. Zoom cameras everywhere. Cameras on every intersection. Cameras at the gas station. There are cameras everywhere, and there's still mad unsolved homicides. Think about that for a minute. You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, I'm in a red state, bro. Whenever I go outside, man, I got something on me. And I'm not even in the streets like that. I don't have people looking for me like that. It's just I have a weapon with me because of the madness that is out there. Anything could pop off, and it's legal. Why wouldn't I exercise that right? Yeah, but like, I gotta pay attention. But like I said, man, when I again almost 2 years ago, Tekashi kept security. He got comfortable. He's moving around Miami. All is well. He's thinking like, oh, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. They ain't did nothing yet. I'm good. I could do this. I could do that. Even Academics talks about it. It's like the way Tekashi moves. He's just out here doing this stuff. He lets people know I'm out here. What up? I ain't got no security. It's just me. What's up? Wherever he goes. You only got one time to be in the wrong spot popping off like that. Somebody might come see you. Right? They came to see Pop Smoke. It was a robbery. You see how that walked, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. That turned out horrible. Right? They came to see PNB Rock. Again, rest in peace. That was horrible. And them dudes went out there like that, talking nonsense. They just made mistakes. You know what I mean? Social media or going into a restaurant, what else? They just made mistakes. So I hope Tekashi learns from this, y'all. I really do. I hope he learns from it. I hope everyone learns from it. The rules have changed, man. It's the wild, wild west out here, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Things are getting hectic on every single level. People, we got to adjust. We got to adjust, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's and when that story I told you guys, when I was sitting there, I'm in the section with Tekashi and some others. I don't be filming like that, bro. I'm just not like that. I didn't have a podcast back then. Now, if I'm in a situation like that, if I'm in some city somewhere and there's a Tekashi or whoever, and they sitting right there, they're like, yeah, I'll pull the camera out and be like, yo, I'm sitting here with so-and-so. They'll say what they gonna say because the camera's on. I turn the camera off and all right, cool. I'm gonna post that on my site, get some views or whatever. But I'm gonna move away. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all right, that's cool. We got that out the way. Let me go back over here into my corner. Because again, like, man, I already know, man, some folks looking for you. And I can't stress this enough, man. Tekashi was real cool. I mean, he was just a real cool kid, man. He was just chilling. I've seen all the videos out there, him acting crazy. He wasn't acting like that, bro. He was just kicking it. We all chilling, just kicking it. You know what I mean? He's pouring drinks for people. Hey, you good? You need another drink? Here you go. What's up? It was just cool. He had his people, had his security. You know what I'm saying? And then, we had our people. Everybody was just chilling. He did not strike me as, you know what I mean, an a-hole and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep my language cool. YouTube be really on the language these days, bro. Really on the language. So yeah, man, that's a lesson for all of us. So yeah, and it looks like the guys who were involved with this, possibly part of a criminal organization, possibly part of a gang. We're gonna see how this plays out. This is gonna be an open and shut case. Again, they've already caught one guy who was allegedly involved. In the video, looks like it was 3 guys. And again, Tekashi's already home. He's done a video where he responded to it, and yeah, you know what I mean. He's fine. Like I said, he got beat up. He tasted blood. Y'all know I talk about that all the time. Have you ever been punched in the mouth? Well, Tekashi has. You know what I'm saying? That dude understands that much. He understands the word a little bit. I just hope he uses this opportunity to learn from this experience and keep security with him. He's going to the gym. He's going to 7-Eleven. He's going to dinner. He's going to the club. Wherever he's going, he should have his security with him. Period. Tekashi, man, if you see this, man, please do that, bro. Get your security, man. Forget about the streets and all that stuff. You forget about, showing that you tough. You've already proven it, bro. You've taken some lumps, man. All right, cool. Because the next time it could be way worse. Way worse. Like if these dudes knew what they were doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So please, you know what I mean? Protect yourself there, 6ix9ine, and everybody out there, man. Protect yourselves at all times. That's what Brother Hink says in the basement, and I couldn't agree with him more. What up, Doe? JT in the building. What's good, fam? What's good, fam? Just wrapping this up, man. Just talking about this Tekashi thing, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's sad, but it is what it is. That's the life he chose, and that's what he has to deal with. That's what it comes with. For you young people thinking I'm gonna come up on some clout and this and that, and that's what you're thinking about doing. All right, fine, but think it through. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and you're going to have to be responsible for your actions, man. It's all about accountability. It's all about accountability. Brother JT, he bragged on walking around without security, bro. He sure did. He sure did. And he was walking around today without security, or whenever this happened, in the gym without security, and he got touched. Sister Candace, I've heard 6ix9ine say he is not afraid to die. That's how he's acting. That's how he's acting, bro. If you go back and watch the video when he was putting hands on him, he was definitely covering up like he was afraid. You know what I mean? And again, these guys weren't really trying to take it to that level. They could have. These dudes could have. I mean, Tekashi got all that hair, bro. They could just grab that hair and just, it's all kind of corners and hard surfaces in that bathroom, bro. He could have ended it all, bro. They could have. You know what I mean? These aren't little guys. Y'all go look up that Bullet dude, that Bullet Guzman. Go look him up. He ain't no little dude, bro. He in Miami. So if they wanted to take it there, they could have. These guys could have. They didn't. Obviously, they didn't want to take it there. I think they were really doing this for a little clout. And again, they didn't think it through. They didn't think it through. They posted this stuff. I'm sure they got money for the footage, but they didn't think it through. And it's like Wack 100 said, they're gonna have a whole lot of time to think about it. They're gonna have a whole lot of time to think about it. This is all sad, but that's it. That's all I got to say about that, y'all. If y'all watching this on Team Replay, put y'all comments below, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It is what it is. This is the world we living in, y'all youngins. Y'all youngins out there, think about what you are doing. Weigh the consequences. If you cool with the consequences, then go ahead and move forward. I don't care what it is you're thinking about doing. Understand what's going on. Look up. I said this before. I forget which pod it was, one of my episodes it was, but I said this before. You thinking about doing something that might be illegal? Go find out how much time you'll get for doing that crime. And if you cool with doing that time, then go ahead and do the crime. Otherwise, don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. I mean, be a grown-up about it. You go out there and you get caught, and the rest of your crew didn't get caught, oh, well, just do the time, bro. Just do the time, man. Who else was with you? Nobody, was just me. Tell us who you were with, and we'll let you go. We'll give you a lesser sentence, man. Just go ahead and give me that sentence, bro. I'm going to do my time. That's how you should move. A lot of y'all don't, because y'all don't want to be responsible for your actions. That's just how it works out. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got to say about that. Tekashi 6ix9ine he did get touched, but he's fine. He's walking around. He's out of the hospital. And he's online, you know, doing his thing, getting the media coverage and all that kind of stuff. No story is a bad story. It is what it is. There's a lot of people out there happy he got touched, whatever. I just want you guys to think about how you move. Just think about it. Be men about it. All right. I'm DL Saint. It's the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.